Good morning. It's June 1st, 2021, and as you can see, I'm in an entirely different place. I'm heading out actually that direction, out to the Wascana Country Club to write in their coffee shop and have breakfast after I've done my walk. So where I am now is on the edge of the University of Regina, and I'm going to walk around the university this morning. So that's looking out to the ring road over there, and then that's used to be a hospital, that building, but now it's SIAST. Right, I think that's right. Okay. So, good morning. It's a lovely warm morning. Another beautiful day. We're technically in the research park area of the university is where I've parked to start with. So there's a number of laboratories and specialized research facilities over here. This building to the right, what's it called? Research Place has a lovely atrium that you can sort of see there through the trees, where I've been to a lot of events. I'll take a walk down there once I get around to the steps. You can go down in here. They have a kind of a outdoor space for receptions and things like that. And then this lovely atrium space in there where it's a very nice place for special events of various sorts. I've been to quite a few in there, usually involving engineering. I think this is called One Research Place, I think is what they call it. We won't be going in any buildings, but... All right, so we're just going to do a turn around the university here, which should take my usual amount of time, roughly, I think. So if you're there on YouTube or Facebook, please check in, say hi. I always think of original series Star Trek when I'm out here. They had futuristic cities, always seem to have this kind of a look. Lots of groundskeeping going on right now. That's the Romano Provincial Laboratory. That's where they conduct our COVID-19 tests in Saskatchewan, among other things. You can see lots of nice spaces here. Groundskeepers everywhere this morning. If you're on Facebook in particular, check in. Let me know that you can hear me. That's always a relief when I know that I'm actually audible. This is the Petroleum Technology Research Center here, which is why it has a pump jack in front of it. Another groundskeeper. A lot of greenery to take care of. ISM over there, which is a Information Services, what does it stand for? I should know. Anyway, basically computer services. That's one research drive. I remember what they named Research Place maybe down there, that building? I don't know what they called it. This is 2 Research Drive. Let's see, ISM Center of Excellence. I don't know why there's a dent in that pillar over there in the corner of the building. It doesn't look like a place where somebody would run into it with a vehicle, but that must have been what happened. Yeah, this whole area is called Research Place. Okay, the question is, which way do we walk around the campus? Let's go, oh, I don't know. Let's go to the right. That's what we'll do. We'll cross here. And that'll bring us back at the end to the Rudillo Center, which is the building I know best, because it has a theater in it that I performed in many times. Lilacs are kind of at their peak now. Too bad you can't smell them. But I can. Lovely. Now, when I was wandering around university once before, on the other side of that building is what they call the academic green. I would call it the quad. But you can't go through there, I discovered, those doors. And that might have changed, but it might not have. So I don't think there's any classes in session. So I won't go down there. Continue in this direction. Yesterday I had people popping up on my YouTube feed the moment I started, and today nobody said hi yet, so it's maybe a lonely walk. But it'll probably be interesting in the replay, because last time I went to the university, walked around, got a lot of video interest, because I suspect people who are interested in the university and wanting to know more about what it looks like. So this is the education building here, as I recall. Where's the next one, the education building? Not my university. I've been in a lot of the buildings for various reasons, but it's not really my university by any means. Yeah, education building. There you go. Again, I could probably go up those stairs over there. Let's do that, just for interest's sake. I don't really have a good plan of attack here. I'm just walking. Oh, do they have it closed off? Probably no point going up there, now that I look. But that leads back into the academic quad. I've been in this building quite a few times. The education building, I mean. Back when Alice was doing things such as kids do. There's something called EYES Camp, Educating Youth in Engineering and Science, which she did a couple of times, and that was in the education building is where that took place. And I've been in various offices and things in there. This is the physical education building, I guess. The gym is in here. Kinesiology and all that sort of thing. My daughter is studying kinesiology, but she's at the University of Toronto, not here. There you go. Center for Kinesiology, Health and Sport, it's called. I didn't walk over there, but that building over there, the interesting shape. I think it's a power plant. I should know. It's been there forever. It's been there since I was a kid. In fact, it was the building I always associated with the University of Regina. I don't think I'll get over there because, well, maybe if I come back and walk, yeah, maybe I can go by it when at the final part of the final leg of this walk. There's the parking lot. I've been down there a lot. Underground. If you're there on YouTube or Facebook, please say hi. Right now I'm feeling quite lonely. It's very sad. Here I am walking and nobody's coming with me. Yeah, we'll go down here. Stick to the buildings today. I've done lots of walking in green space. From here, I go out to write. I got a good chunk of writing done yesterday and hope to repeat that today. I also have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, just nothing serious. So far I haven't had any unstable internet warnings. One would hope you wouldn't get them at the university campus, but it doesn't prove anything. Oh, well, there's a vaccination clinic in there by appointment only. Doesn't look like a sidewalk that people walk along very much from the way the plants have overgrown it. Boy, they're just working everywhere today. Place is crawling with workers. Yeah, we'll go this way. Live streaming my walk. I live stream my walks. It's well, yeah, and it's just it's kind of fun, and it just gets me motivated to do walking every day. So. Yep, or leave it up. I put it up on YouTube. I've had people following me along from like Cyprus and Vancouver and Mexico and India. It's really kind of cool. I'm just walking around Regina, yeah. But those are the people who follow me sometimes. They'll say hi from these other countries. It's really cool. Yeah. I don't know what's going on over here. Of course, having said that, I don't have anybody watching me now as far as I know. So when I was out here before, I came in from this direction where we're pointing now and walked by the First Nations University over there. I don't think my sidewalk will take me any further in that direction, so looks like I'm out of sidewalk for the moment. We'll avoid the sprinklers. I will take a turn around the First Nations University over here because it's such a striking building. This road in front of us kind of goes all the way around the university, kind of a square. Sure? What? To put stuff on YouTube? Doesn't cost anything.
It's free. So I can actually record myself. I teach math and put it up on YouTube.
Yep. You just have to set up an account and then you can upload. Yeah. Like I'm live streaming my walks is what I've been doing. And then I post them, and there must be 60 or 70 of them up there now.
So I could have.
And they're an hour long, so.
I wouldn't need very much equipment.
No, your phone will do that, and then you just upload it with your account. It's very easy.
Yeah, I know it's free. I've had different people sometimes say, oh, you should put some stuff on YouTube.
Yep.
I'm not tech savvy.
It's free. You just go and set up an account, or if you have a Google account, it's the same account. And yeah, it's very, very straightforward.
I started learning how to run a computer after I was 50. That I'm 73, almost 73.
There's a street sweeper coming up behind us. So.
Well, thank you. Thanks for the information.
You're welcome. That's the second time I've been stopped and talked to somebody, which doesn't happen very often. Now all of a sudden there's all sorts of comments which I didn't see because I was talking. So let me see. We got Roger. You're not a nobody. Well, then I didn't know you were there, did I? Kirk from Vancouver. Miriam from England. India, sorry. Yeah, and there's a new one. Good morning from Mars. Oh, well, that's unusual. I don't even try to pronounce that. Rico, I guess, 77. This fellow's asking me what it costs to put stuff on YouTube, because he's a math teacher and he'd like to put some of his lectures up, so he thought it might cost something. So this is First Nations University. The building was designed by Douglas Cardinal, the architect, famous architect. You can see it has a stylized teepee on this side of the building. I'll take a turn around it before I continue around the rest of the university. Like I said, there's groundskeepers everywhere, so the whole place smells of mowed grass. There's the guy over there mowing the grass. There's lots of these sculptures of buffalo, bison, I should say. Central to Plains Indian culture. I've never been sure where the main entrance to this building is. It looks like it ought to be over here, but I think it's actually on the other side. Anyway, we'll walk around the whole thing today. And I haven't been in here. I've had no reason to go in. So I don't even know what it looks like underneath the giant teepee. Very interesting building. I see tables and so forth in there. That's about all I can see at the moment. Again, you can see the bison scattered along like a huge lawn out there. Sculptures, not actual bison. Buffalo, whichever. My university, Harding University in Searcy, Arkansas, our mascot was the bison, so we were the Harding University Bisons. And when I was a kid, I remember visiting with my parents, because that's where they went to university too, and they used to have a bison. And I remember seeing him. That was the first time I had seen one up close, and remembering how impressed I was as a kid with just how big they were. Just going to walk around to the other side of the building. When I came over here before, I walked along the path that's out there, show where the trees are. This is, of course, the less attractive side of the building. They don't really expect you to walk over here. That's why there's no sidewalks. Yeah, the other side is clearly the main entrance. I thought it had to be. The teepee motif is repeated on this side in a smaller way. Meanwhile, there's the main campus over there where we're headed back to. And all this wonderful green space. Landscape, I mean the building flows into the landscape very well. I'm not sure why that part of the grass is fenced, but it is. There's the actual sign, First Nations University of Canada. Now they're doing street sweeping. Hope I get to the intersection up here before he does, so I don't want to get into that dust. Although I'm actually going behind where they are, so I'm going to cut through the grass and get over there. Bison Sentinels. Living memorial to murdered and missing Aboriginal women. That's what this is. There's the sign. Big grief, now this water truck is going the other direction. It's the last thing I want. It's like the place is just crawling with workers today. I don't know why. Working on roads, working on grass. It's sort of a patch of native prairie, the kind of plants that grew here before the land was cultivated. All right. I think I can finally take a chance to get across the road here without getting street swept or oiled. I don't know if that's water or oil he's putting in. I think it's oil. I don't want to step in that. Then we'll get back on a sidewalk and start following around by the buildings again. Map. You are, they don't put a, oh there we are. You are here, in case you're wondering. The car is parked down here. That's where I got to get back to. Had to plug, well, not plug the meter. I used the Park and Pay app, because if there's one place you're sure to get a ticket, if you try to get away without paying at a meter, it's the university. I'm actually surprised I haven't seen meter people out here. Of course, for all I know, they've waived that for the time being. But, oh well, it's like $1 or $2 or something. I think I'm good for it. So this is Luther College here, over there. My daughter went to Luther College High School. So we sort of have a connection, although she didn't come to Luther College at the university. That's actually the main entrance to Luther College. So if I go down in there, I'll end up back in the academic green, which I might pop into, but since I've already walked around there and I haven't walked around out here, I'm going to stick to the outside edge for the moment. Maybe take a look in there a little further along. See the lake over there. Past, is that a rabbit? Might not be able to see it because of the wide angle, but I think there's a rabbit over there. All right. I think these are residences, if I remember right. And there's child care, obviously, in this one. At the playground. Sure enough, there's the parking meter guy I just passed on my right. Told you. I guess I missed a couple of notes here. Let's see. What are they offering at this university? It's all sorts of faculties and, you know, everything you'd expect at a university. It doesn't really specialize in anything. It has engineering and sciences and all the usual things. Okay, we will take a turn down in here now, so we can at least get something of a look on the inside here. Like I said, I don't really have a good plan. I'm just wandering a bit. This is the smaller university of the two in Saskatchewan. The University of Saskatchewan is up in Saskatoon, and University of Regina is quite young. From the 60s, I guess, when it became its own university. It used to be Regina campus of the University of Saskatchewan at one point. Now, I may be trapped, so I might have to reverse my course. We're still not really in the academic quad. I think that'll be up around this next building. Maybe. Oh no, that's just an entrance. There's one of the original buildings. These look like that, built in the 60s. All right, we'll go back out this way again. There's no students around, so the whole place has a very deserted field except for the many people working, as I've commented on. Groundskeepers and the parking guy is out. Back the other way. bit of a maze. When I was here before, I really felt like a rat in a maze because of the way I was wandering around looking for openings to get through. And that's pretty much what I'm doing now that I'm up here. Let's go around this end of the building. Let's see if I get trapped. No, I thought it would go... Oh, no, they got it blocked off. So unless I can go all the way around this one, which I should be able to, I can't go any further to my left. So yeah, it's one of the original buildings. They had that sort of U-shaped windows or something that I remember from. Whoa, paving stones are a little worn. They don't want me going over there. And they don't want me going any further than down there, so I guess I'll go back down again. But that's a... This building actually has an abandoned look. So quite likely it is. Like I said, I've been in a lot of these buildings, but I very rarely walk around the campus, so this is, well, like never. I've never done this, walking around the campus like this. I don't know what I'll run into. Apparently there's a fountain there. Never seen that before. Is this the library? No, I don't think so. I'm a terrible guide. I'm just, hey, look at the pretty buildings. Not sure what they are, except they belong to the university. That might be the library. Which is a cool building on the inside. Well, if it's a library, it's not abandoned. Let's keep going this way. These paving stones, many of them are loose. Oh, here we go. Now we can see into the academic green, so kind of the courtyard at the center of the campus. It does, however, with so few people around, have a slight post-apocalyptic feel, as if I'm in a science fiction movie and zombies could pop out at any moment. How long have I been walking? Only 34 minutes. All right, I think I will get down from up here. We're now on the west side of the campus. See, when I walked down here before, I came out down there when I was wandering around in the quad, if you look up that video from a few weeks ago. But I had walked here from the park. Oh, that figures. It's not actually any way down there. I'll go this way. So I kept it a little shorter around the university because I'd walked so far already. Okay, now we're on the west side of the campus, which is basically a big square. University of Saskatchewan campus is much bigger and has some major research facilities. I mean, there's some here too, like the Romano Provincial Laboratory, although not technically part of the university, and the research park that I started in to the south of the university proper. But among other things, the University of Saskatchewan up in Saskatoon has the synchrotron Canadian light source, it's called, which is a very cool facility that I wrote about when I wrote my history of the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Saskatchewan. There was a whole chapter devoted to the light source. Very cool. Down through these doors is a space where I've been for an anime convention, of all things. I had a table and was selling books, and I've been to various lectures. There's a lecture hall down this way. This is Research and Innovation Center. So the daycare in here, I believe that's where kids are going. And then the bookstore is behind those windows there on the bottom of that building. It's a note from Kirk, if I can read it. I'm gonna have to get in the shade. That's better. What a nice campus. It sure has grown. Yeah, well, it was brand new and if you were here in the 60s. First time I saw it would have been in the 70s, and it's grown since then too. In fact, the first time I can remember being here, I was in Saskatchewan Honor Choir, which was an audition choir of high school students. Technically, I was not in high school, but it was their first year, and they needed guys. And age-wise, I was still high school age because I graduated when I was 16, only turned 17 after graduation. And I've already gone by the education building, but that's where the rehearsal space was, and then we performed. That's a good question. Must have been in the education auditorium in that same building. So this is the building I know best. It's the Rudillo Center. It has a student center in it, among many other things. But the reason I've spent so much time here, it also has the Owl over here, which is the student pub. Reimagined, redesigned. Oh, well, it could use that for sure. Huh. Wonder what it looks like now. Anyway, and there is the University Theater. That's like the lobby just through the doors. And also a smaller theater called the Shoebox, because it was sponsored by Morris and Jackie Shumiacher, which is a black box theater. And I've performed. Have I performed in the black box theater? Certainly seen shows there, but I performed many times in the university theater. And back when I was singing with the University of Regina Chamber Singers, we used to rehearse in a room down at this end of this space. This is also where the receptions are held after shows. So I know that space, the theater and the backstage area and the dressing room area and all that. The music department's in there. And down in the basement are the practice rooms with pianos and stuff. Now, instead of walking straight back down to the car, which is down, hello Magpie, I will walk down on the other side of these buildings because there's a couple more I haven't been by. So again, that's the education building over there. Oh, another tree still flowering. So that was the first building I was ever in at the university, and I've been in there many times for this and that. Including business school is headquartered in there, and I've been up there a few times because I wrote for their magazine as a freelancer. But the thing I always remembered from the university wasn't so much the education building as this building over here. Really struck me when I was a kid because of its unusual appearance. We'll go around to the far side of it. Not exactly a path here, but I could get through, so I'll take it. I think it's a powerhouse. That's what I remember it being. Well, not the most scenic side of anything over here. Yeah, oh, sorry, not a powerhouse. It's a heating plant. That's what it is. That makes way more sense. So that would provide heat for the whole university. A very interesting design. At one point there was a geothermal well out here, a sort of experimental geothermal heating source. I think that's gone. Well, I guess the geothermal heat is still there, but they're not tapping it anymore. That was in my book too, you'd think I'd remember. There's the other side of the heating plant. I'm glad they put a sign on it because I just couldn't quite remember. It had something to do with energy. And again, these buildings in front of us are part of the research place. So they're mostly laboratories of one sort or another, research facilities. Here we go, Greenhouse Gas Technology Center. That is one thing I guess University of Regina has been known for, is its environmental engineering programs. Will the sidewalk take me by the building, or will I get trapped? You just never know. I think it goes by the building. Oh, no it doesn't, so I gotta go through the parking lot. Yeah. I think I can go between these buildings over here, maybe? Oh, wait, is that a path? It's kind of a path. Let's go down here because it's different. we're on the less scenic side of the building. Now the question is, it looks like there's probably a pathway through there. I can wait till this vehicle gets out of my way. Let's see. Yeah, there's a path over there. So I'll take that. Don't get run over by this guy who just started his van. So this is the back side of the building I'm parked in front of. And I looked into this little park when I arrived. Very nice little seating area. Again, very deserted. Pretty much the only people I've seen are workmen. And they've all been men too. I don't think I've seen any women. We're almost back to the car, which is down this way. So here's where I started, research place. And again, that's the Romano Provincial Laboratory over there, which is where they do our COVID-19 testing here in Saskatchewan. Get a better look of it when I get back towards the car here. ISC, okay. The terrace, that's what this is called. I knew there was a name for this, and I mentioned the terrace, where I've been to many events, but didn't know they actually called the building the terrace. So there's our provincial laboratory. I mean, it's obviously that's where they do COVID-19 testing, but they do all the other testing involving communicable diseases and veterinarian diseases, not diseases of veterinarians, but animal diseases that veterinarians might deal with. And then we're right on the edge of campus. So there's the terrace. Again, this is where I started. Almost back to the car. So it's actually a shorter walk than I thought it might be. Even walking all the way around the campus. It's big enough, but it's not huge compared to, say, the University of Toronto, where my daughter goes to university. Not quite on the edge of the city, but pretty darn close. There's really nothing out that way once you get past the road except fields. And as I mentioned at the start, that used to be a hospital, the Plains Hospital, but now it's also an educational facility. SIAST, Saskatchewan Institute of Applied Science and Technology, I believe, uses that building. And since this is where I started, this is where I'll end. So I think there was one more note there. Oh, from Theodore. Well, you joined a little late here. Hello, you and Namatar. I just finished my tour of the University of Regina, so you can check out, I don't think I had any buffering today to speak of either, so you can check out the live stream from the beginning. And I'm stopping now, so thanks everyone for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.